Slowing down to speed up is such a powerful process. I'm going to take you through in just a second. And I just want to remind you that if you want to join my Intuitive Mastery School to learn more about this, please click on the link below. It's only $10 a week. You get 2 weeks free at the start. It is a really wonderful process that happens every single week where we sit in community and we talk about different spiritual concepts, and then we always follow it up with a really healing or transforming meditation. Hello, my beautiful spiritual family. I had this request from a client the other day, and I thought I should definitely share it with you. This particular woman is a phenomenal woman, but she has so many things that she does in a week. I don't know how she fits it in. She's got 2 kids. She runs her business on her own. She does enormous amounts of travel and work. She does surfing. She does community stuff. She's just this phenomenal woman that just packs a punch in her life. And the biggest thing that she's fighting against is burnout. So, burnout is just such a massive topic out there because it always seems to culminate over time when you're trying to do a million things and you only have a time or the energy to do 1,000. And if you want to start really kind of nailing down how you can make this easier and more efficient for yourself, there is this concept called slowing down to speed up. And the day that you have, if there's a list of like 23 things that you need to do, if you can learn how to do this slowing down thing properly, then the speeding up becomes easy. Your list becomes clear, your priorities become clear, and you get so much done. So, this is how it works. If you have a particular outcome in mind at the beginning of a day, that's great. But if you don't, that's perfectly fine as well. But the whole idea of slowing down to speed up is to get yourself out of your mind, which is in the constant doing phase, and get your mind back into a state of creation and channel before you start your day. And this is the difference between running like you're on a hamster wheel and just getting stuff done, right? So you first start by slowing down somehow. Now, everyone is completely different, but I like slow breathing. Slow breathing is a really, really good way to trick your body into believing like it's completely relaxed, and it gets your body out of the stress nervous system pretty quickly if you commit to it. Okay, it only takes a few minutes. And if you're really good at it and you do it over a period of time, it can only take a few seconds. So the way that it works is you put your hands on your heart space, you take a 5-second breath in really, really slowly, breathing into your heart, breathing into your body. And then you breathe out for 5 seconds and just calm and just let everything relax. Now, you can do that for 2 to 3 minutes, and your body will start to pretend like it's out of stress. And what it will also start to do is get you into a different brainwave state. And that different brainwave state gives you complete and total access to your higher self for guidance, your spiritual team for guidance. Plus, it allows you to get super clarity on what you're doing for the day. So, do the breathing, get yourself into a nice, calm, relaxed state. And then you basically ask your team or ask your guides to come in. If you're running a business, call your business guides to come in. If you're just living your life and you're not really sure what you want to do, just call your spiritual team in. They will come in. All you have to do is ask. So you don't have to know. You don't have to know specifics. Just call them in and they'll be there. Then you ask yourself, what do I need to know? And what are my priorities for the day? 2 questions. What do I need to know? And what are my priorities for the day? And you call it in, you get the information, and you get clarity. What's my intention? and what's my priority. And if you can start to get a list of your priorities, I promise you it's going to be far less than the 23 that you've got written down on your list. And it might be things that are completely different to what you're normally used to. All right. So you might have 23 things on your list, but the thing that's coming through is number 24 that you haven't written down yet. And usually you need to honor and trust whatever comes through as being the absolute priority. Now, I have to be really mindful here because it's not always what we think. And we often then go into our head around, oh no, but this has a deadline and that has a deadline and this needs to do that or that needs to do this. But honestly, the less I question it, the better it gets. I will sometimes do work that I had no idea I needed to have done, and it wasn't my priority. And then I realized later that day or the next day that, oh my goodness, that was actually the best thing that I could have done because it sets me up for the next thing, right? So if you're not sure, ask your guides, ask your higher self, what are my priorities? What order do I need to get them done in? Is there anything I need to know? And getting that information, especially if it feels completely channeled and completely clear, and this may take time, so practice. But what it does do is it just completely makes everything super, super clear and super easy. All right. Now, you're not going to get 23 things on this list. I just need to be super clear. You might only get one, you might get two, you might get three, but get those done. Go in, get them done first, and get them done well, right? If you have 3 things in your list rather than 23 things, A, you're much more likely to get them done, but B, because it's been channeled as being your highest priority, then sometimes getting those things done can create a flow to get other things done, or it takes other things off the list, which is even better. So once you've got those 3 things done, you will often get into a flow just naturally after that for other things that you might be able to get done. But if you get to the end of that and you go, oh my goodness, I've done those 3 things. It's only 11 o'clock in the morning. What am I going to do now? Go back in and do it again. Breathe, slow, call your guides in, and then ask, what do I need to know? What are my priorities? All right. If you have a specific intention, you can breathe with the intention. Slow breathe, think about what your intention is, and then call in your guides or call in your higher self and say, how can I best achieve my intention today? And they will give you information. Sometimes it might be do something else. You go, okay, what do I need to know? What's my priorities? The more we can tune in, the more we can spend this really short period of time, and it should only take honestly less than 5 minutes, and everybody has 5 minutes. This is about priorities, not time. If you can slow down and tune in and spend less than 5 minutes getting that clarity for the day, then your day should become super easy and super clear. And again, if you finish, you should be in a flow. And if you finish and you're not in flow, then ask again and you can just restart. And you can do that a couple of times a day if you need, but I've found in my experience, you don't need, because whatever it is that that priority is, if you're meant to keep flowing through it, you just do it, and then it just becomes super easy and you can get it all done, which is very exciting. So remember, slowing down to speed up is a very, very powerful and very potent process that you can use in your life, whether you have a business or not, whether you have a family or not. If you are just a young single person at uni and you're not really sure what to do, or if you're even looking for a job, right? There is nothing stopping you from slowing everything down, slowing your brain down, getting yourself completely connected to yourself, calling your guides in and asking for information. I hope this is really helpful. Slowing down to speed up, give it a go.